Hello Capricorn, and welcome back to my Body and Heart Tarot Therapy. I've been gone for a while, but I'm back with healing messages in this video, Capricorn Sun, Moon and Rising signs. Let's get into your reading. Start shuffling. Head of Pentacles is your current energy. Let's see what's your challenge, my dear. Queen of Swords is your challenge. Seven of Pentacles is your advice. And let's see what's the near future energy. Temperance. Beautiful. Alright, my dear. And the underlying energy for you is the Page of Cups. This is what you're working with actually for the whole month, and these are the position that I just mentioned. All right, let's clarify this card. So it's the Knight of Pentacles here. Oh, you have the Queen of Swords twice. Interesting. Daughter of Pentacles and Queen of Swords as... We can barely see this, right? All right, let's try a little bit lower. Can actually focus on the cards. Well, all in good time. Where's the Queen of Swords here? Why? Okay. Son of Wands. Why is the Seven of Pentacles here as your advice? Ten of Swords. And why is the Temperance here as future energy? Oh, damn. There's a lot of cards here. Alright. Seven of Wands, the Hierophant, and the Two of Pentacles. All good. Now, underlying energy of the Page of Cups is the Mother of Cups. Ain't that interesting? Alright, darlings. Let's get into it. So you have the Page of Pentacles and the Mother of Cups as your here, as your underlying energy, the theme of your reading, right? And you know the dynamics of the two, and also the way that this Mother of Cups is basically facing this page here. I feel like you're really in a process of nurturing your inner child. Especially the more emotional inner child, the one that needs love and attention, the one that needs like really expression, artistic expression, playfulness, this kind of like that part of you. We have many inner children, some of them different ages, some of them different needs. I believe it's important to connect to each and every one of them and respond to each and every one of them in the way that is more needed. Of course, at the basic core of all our beings, we all need love, attention, care, and this kind of stuff. But it can be that sometimes I need to be playful in certain ways, or I need more, I don't know, intellectual pursuits or curiosity. Sometimes I just need to be just nurtured and cared for in a more mothery way. The Mother of Cups is exactly that. She's very, very nurturing. She's very caring. She's very soothing. She's very good at tending to the emotional needs of the ones she cares for. And this is the work that you're doing this month, Capricorn. I know you're not a big fan of this. Deep down though you are. I think you're just so used to being your practical self and to be tough, because your life is tough and you're very well equipped to deal with it in this way. But these are needs that also need to be taken care of. And I think this month You will, or you were invited to. Let's put it this way. I do see like the whole tarot readings, forecasts in general for a month or for a year as mere invitations. Like these are, say, the available energies to you. The way you respond to them or what you make of them, it's always up to you. This is where the free will comes in, you know. So this is the invitation. This is kind of like what the universe puts on your plate. Of course, you can choose to completely shut down and ignore your emotional side. What do you make of that? It's your story. Then everything changes according to that, you know. If you choose to, there's an infinite amount of choices eventually of what you can do with a given thing. Okay, so you have the Nine of Pentacles, the Daughter of Pentacles, and the Mother of Swords as your current energy. I'll just lighten down here because I think it's easier to read than me moving them around all the time. Knight of Pentacles, and this is like the Page of Pentacles, Daughter of Pentacles, right? And also they're kind of facing each other here. I almost see like a siblings relationship here. This being the older siblings, this being the younger sibling. You know, this is the teenager. This is the 10-year-old or something like that. Since we started talking about inner children, maybe different aspects of yourself are manifesting in this way. And you know, sometimes it may be weird for people to kind of like separate the inner parts. This is something called part work in therapy, and I think it's coming from Gestalt therapy, but I'm not sure. Maybe not. I think it's separate. Maybe it's employed by Gestalt therapy as well. And this parts work is very useful because we understand that we are not one or the other. I'm not the 5-year-old. I'm not my inner teenager that needs to express in certain ways or has certain concerns about life. For example, how to get laid. That would be like one of the biggest concern of a teenager, and also how to express that they actually have a personality. You know, I remember that in high school, in early high school, this was like one of the biggest theme among kids. Oh, I have a personality. Ooh, look, see. Ooh, I like that one, or I like that one. Though the Knight of Pentacles, this teenager, that's not exactly his concern. He's much more concerned with practical stuff, like how I spend my time and energy. And the Daughter of Pentacles is much more concerned with discovering the natural world, spending time in nature and play and stay with the bugs and enjoy the good food, and you know, allowing this growth and transformation from it comes in a natural way as children grow. If you nurture them, take care of them, you don't need to do anything anymore. They just grow. It's a natural process. So and then yet another mother here, the Mother of Swords. This one's kind of like facing the other side. You know, out of all the mothers or all the queens, the Queen of Swords, the least nurturing, she's like pretty. And see, if she's facing in the challenge position, facing the other way as well. I think like maybe in a way, this part of yourself that's more rational, that wants to like have things very clear cut. Everything is clear, no confusion, no ambiguity, no childlike emotions, no let's debate where am I gonna put this um, Pentacle, which basically means the value that you add to things, or that you put into things, what is valuable for you, right? And that's where you put your time and energy and money and things like that. And maybe it is important to debate these things. Maybe it is important to take the vantage point and look down and be like, okay, what really matters for me? Where do I want to? How do I want to spend my time? Let's maybe expand a little bit the borders and the I don't know, my understanding of how time should be spent. Does that make sense? It's like it's really expanding the boundaries of um, of your daily reality. It could be that maybe your routine had been very simple and you realize, I can actually add a walk to that, or I can wake up a little bit earlier and go for a run, or maybe I want to have every day 20 minutes of dancing, whatever, things don't have to be on just one way. Maybe spending time in nature and connecting to this like playful side of you, exploratory side of you, the inner biologist that wants to go out there and explore tiny little things, and just you can be so hard working, Capricorn, and that is a skill for sure, but you don't justify your existence through that. You are wonderful. You do not need to justify your existence. Your inherent existence is enough. We all have value. We're not really more valuable than others, or less. So that's not on the table. You work hard, you have the capacity, you have a lot of energy, you have commitment, you have all this, but look deeper at the drives and allow yourself some playtime. Allow yourself some nurturing, some beautiful, juicy emotional connection with these sides of yourself that really need it right now. And this part of you that's like, okay, also mothery, like, okay, you need to go to university, or you need to go to school, you need to get these grades, you need to do this, you need to do that, because it's this rational mind that's like strategizing and nursing ideas of how to become successful, or how to get there, and there. Of course, if your sun is in Capricorn, moon is in Capricorn, or rising is in Capricorn, this can manifest in different planes in your world, more external or more internal, but it's the same thing. It's the same themes. Okay, so you have the Queen of Swords and the Son of Wands as your challenge. So it may be truly challenging right now to not be overcritical with yourself, to not be a little bit too shut down and cold, and it may be difficult to bring forth this playful side. The Son of Wands is very playful. He is he's also a knight, also about expanding the horizons and the borders of your world, but in a different place, in a fire realm. This is earth realm. Like, okay, where am I putting how am I spending my time? Where am I putting my money? Things like this. But this is more about, first of all, it's actually spiritual pursuits, and also all nights talk about mental expansion of the mind. You need to expand the horizons of the mind in order to understand how you can use the energy. And the Son of Wands, I can stop moving them, Andrea. The Son of Wands is like looking for adventure, looking for exploration, traveling, and like learning from experience, having certain experiences in order to learn and grow. The Knight of Pentacles is very meticulous, And you have that energy, and it's good to use it. And, kind of goes hand in hand a little bit with this Mother of Swords in a sense, because he's strategic. But you need to allow more playfulness, allow this Daughter of Pentacles to play around a little bit, and to have, like, you can grow so much from these experiences, whether it's staying in nature, whether it's traveling somewhere near you where you can explore some new ground of sorts, whether that is a part of the city you haven't been into, or depends where you're living. Maybe you're living already in nature, and maybe a side of a nearby that you haven't been to. Allow for novelty, and allow curiosity to come through. But in order to unlock that curiosity, and for it to work hand in hand with this Queen of Swords, which is, again, we don't need to deny our mind and our rational side and our capacity to strategize. These are important skills. It's just that we can't solely rely on them, and if we get stuck in there, it's a very cold world. It's a very, very cold world. So in order to unlock that, I think it's truly important for you to understand where is it coming from. This constant need of, like, where is this inner critic coming from? This very sober voice that says, no, you can't play, you need to do this, and this. No, you can't experience this because if we start playing around, we're never going to work, and blah, 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 blah. Where is it coming from? Of course, most of the times it's an internalized parent, a mother or a father. I see a lot of mother energy here, so it could be from your mom. That maybe had been rather cold and very, practical. Is things in this way, and maybe not the most emotional of them all. If it's not your mother like this, maybe it is, or your caretaker. I don't know how you grew up. You've internalized it from somewhere. And that part of you, that whether it's a caretaker or a parent or a teacher or an older sibling, somebody who was important to you, and you've internalized this critical voice, that voice lives within you, and it's treating you just as much in the same way, in a very rough and tough way. And with the Ten of Swords here coming as your advice, oh no, wait, this is Wands. This is Ten of Wands. Ha! Interesting. But no, it actually goes right in there, because it's checking in with, like, internalized belief system. Internalized belief that you need to carry more than you have to carry. The internalized belief that you carry the whole world on your shoulders. Maybe you had to mature yourself earlier than other kids, given your life story. Maybe you had to be both your mother and your father, and to take care of your siblings. Like, there can be so many ways in which this came through, to come into your subconscious mind, this heaviness that, hey, I need to work really hard, I have so much responsibility, and so on. It's okay to be playful. It's okay to drop the load. You're only responsible, truly responsible, to... No, that sounds ridiculous. I don't know how to put it. You are responsible to yourself first. Let's put it this way. If you are not able to allow everything that you need for your mental health and physical health, then you won't be able to care for others. Whether that be your children, whether that be your parents, whether that be whoever is in your care, if there's anyone in your care. If you feel responsible to other, your first responsibility is to yourself. Otherwise, you won't be able to. If you crack and fall apart, I'm sure that this is not maybe this puts even more pressure, but that's not the point. I hope that you can see what I'm trying to say here. You matter. You need play. You need nurturing. You need care. And you may not know exactly how to do that for yourself. Well, get curious. Learn about yourself as you would learn about I don't know, somebody else. That's why sometimes these parts work like, relating to your inner child, relating to your inner teenager, relating to your inner critic can help a lot to learn about, as if you would watch a movie and be curious and observe the characters and their particularities and the genius of creation of how these characters manifest themselves, because it's not really you. These are just, personas that we build in order to cope. The psyche is very interesting, how it structures itself and all the complexes that it creates and how trauma works and things like this. So it is fascinating to just observe, and then if you can relate in a compassionate and loving way, in a motherly way, and start bringing like this energy of love within this different aspects of yourself, would soothe you so much, and you would be capable to give so much more afterwards without having to be critical about it, without having to do it because you have to or because somebody put it on your lap, but rather because you can and you want to. And even if you want to now, but if you can't because you're tired or because you're carrying this heaviness around you, then you need to adjust. So the Seven of Pentacles talks a lot about this, like adjustment, assessment and adjustments. This is the time to really check how you're spending your energy, how you're spending your time, what do you give value to, what are you planting and what are you getting. And if sometimes maybe I'm planting certain seeds that I thought is going to be apples, but actually they're oranges, maybe that's a good thing, maybe that's a bad thing. I need to assess that. And then I need to assess again what I'm planting and how am I spending my time and energy. And sometimes when we get very, very stuck in a certain way of doing things, it can be hard to make these adjustments, but don't make them radical, make them small adjustments. Start small by giving yourself, I don't know, even if you're not used to have a lot of playful time, give yourself 5 minutes a day to just gaze out the window, or give yourself a small short walk where you space out and look at the trees and listen to I don't know, sounds of the city or sounds of nature if you're lucky enough, or sounds of whatever, these kind of things, connecting to your senses, connecting to your body, meditation, something that will allow you to have this space, so you don't need to carry all that heavy responsibility, and you would be more capable to do so afterwards when you have this different experiences. And then with future energy, you have the Temperance, the Seven of Wands, the Hierophant, and the Two of Pentacles. I guess just by giving yourself this tiny adjustment and understanding where it's coming from, what are the internalized beliefs, how to work with different aspects of yourself with this care and love, and how to insert a little bit of moments of mindful pause and mindful breaks and then playfulness in however way, even if you don't really feel it playful right now, you can't really connect to that curious and playful side, just by creating the structure and creating some space for spacing out, forgive the pun, that will start happening naturally. And look, temperance is basically uh, the exact embodiment of this, because it's the curiosity, it's the card of curiosity, like the scientist who's like, hey, yeah, okay, let's try a little bit of this and a little bit of that and what's coming out, and instead of like being followed by the doom and the gloom and the heaviness of the world on my shoulders, be like, okay, I have to do all these things and I need to work this hard and I need to get by at this level by that timeline, whatever. You start being like, okay, so if I do it like this, how does it look like? Oh, maybe it's better. Oh, no, maybe I don't like it so much. Okay, let's adjust. Let's do it. It becomes much lighter. It's the same thing essentially, but it's much lighter, much more playful, and becomes fun. Life becomes fun. Also, these inner aspects of myself, if I don't identify myself with it and I don't attach shame and anger to each and everything, if it doesn't come in the way that I want it to be, and I'm actually becoming curious to get to know these different aspects of myself, like, okay, look at this inner child, what does it really want? It just wants a little bit of art expression. Oh, I never thought I'd be an artsy person. Oh, maybe I am, or maybe I don't need to be. Maybe I just want to play. Or hey, maybe I want to go into nature and watch the bugs, or maybe I want to go for a little excursion, a trip somewhere. This kind of stuff. And see how you can adjust these things in order for them to be fit in your life, and for you to not feel guilty that I've done a little trip. Okay, the trip was too long, it ended up to be half a day and I couldn't do the rest of the things that I need to do, and it doesn't really help because it actually brings more guilt than it brings relaxedness. Is that a word? So maybe make the trip a little bit shorter rather than not doing it at all. Adjusting, and also checking in with your belief system. You feel like you're gonna find that light within that really can guide you and remind you what's this all about. With the Hierophant, it's a complete readjustment of your belief system, and that's what you need right now, because the Ten of Wands is your beliefs, your passion, your spiritual realm, things like this. And it's a 10, it's an end of a cycle. That means that the readjustments can happen, and that can help you really shift the energy within you and let go of this heaviness. And with the Two of Pentacles, I think there's like, again, it's playfulness, being nimble, being like more flexible. And of course you're light. You can jump from one foot to another. You can juggle a little bit. You can allow yourself to not get too attached of how things should look or should be, and be more open to receive life as it is, and just like play around. Keep talking about play. It's a beautiful reminder. I'm actually gonna take this reminder for myself, because I can also get sometimes a little bit too when things need to be in a certain way, and maybe getting a little bit too serious. But let's see what our dear Rumi says. What's the message for my dear Capricorn, Sun, Moon, and Rising signs? The courage of your love, which is number 38. Come on, where are you at? Okay, so the poem from Rumi says, love is without reason. Rationality is like a cane. Judgment needs a cane because it is blind. When love arises, thought dies in its shadow. Love is the sunrise, while thought is only a flashing light. And given that you have this Mother of Swords here twice, and she doesn't feel like in a nurturing position, but rather in a like the fact that she's backing away from everything else, it just feels like really Yeah, rationality is like a cane. Love is the sunrise, but thought is only a flashing light. Okay, wow, this is a long read. This is a long read. Let's see what we can sort. Ta-ra-ra-ra. This oracle comes with particular guidance for you. You are not to give in to less than you are worth, or to the shaming stories of others, of our culture, that would cast your regal lion nature into the falsehood of beliefs that you have no choice or power. Damn right. We're really talking about changing your belief system and about you addressing your inner critic, that it's internalized this shame and stories of others that they put on you. Doesn't need to be only a caretaker as well, can be also society. If you grew up in a place that's say very conservatory and you're very progressive, then that community has a way to shame you into being how they expect you to be, or the other way around. Maybe you're like all for tradition, everybody's like completely somewhere else. They can shame you into being like them. But yeah, it's very, very on point. Thank you. You are not to give in to the idea that you are a victim and cannot free yourself from your suffering, or that you are less than any other. These are lies. These are petty deceptions so unworthy of you. Do not believe them. Roar at them until the weak glue holding them together melts under the fire of your holy breath, and they lie dismembered and powerless at your feet. Then intend that those bits and pieces in decay are lovingly returned to the Earth Mother, through whom they can be used to fertilize new life. This oracle comes with another message for you. You have a challenge before you, or that you are now moving through, but you have what is necessary to succeed and overcome it. No matter how long it has endured, or how big you have built that challenge up to be in your mind, no matter how unsolvable the issue appears to be, there is and shall be a victory beyond it, and it is imminent. This oracle has come to you to let you know that you are empowered to succeed, you have what is required within to do it, and that the time for your victory is drawing near. So do not give up. Instead, do the sacred honoring ritual as needed, and when you feel so inclined, open your mouth and roar love from the very depths of your being. Create a sound of truth for yourself. In that sound, you will hear the mightiest one of all roaring along with you, saying, "Yes, love, I'm with you," and together we claim divine victory. So we roar. How we roar. Roaring like a lion does, in case I'm not pronouncing it in a way that makes sense, because it's called the courage of your love. Okay, so the sacred honoring ritual, feel free to do it or not do it. Let it go if it's not your thing. But if you want to do it, it goes like this. Say aloud, I call on Rumi, lion of love, and my own wise higher self. I now choose to assert the dignity of my soul and the power of my heart. I release all lesser bonds based in fear and deception. I no longer need to hold on to this. I am ready for truth, and with unconditional love, I am supported, protected, and guided on my path to victory, held in guardianship by the unending power of love. So be it. All right, my dear. Well, this is your message. I hope it makes sense to you. I really think it's all about bringing some playfulness and have the courage to love yourself, to give yourself this beautiful, loving, nurturing side of your space to come forth and allow yourself to soften these edges of the rational mind and strategic and whatever, and lighten the load that you've been carrying for so long, darling. Have a wonderful December. Have a wonderful end of the year. Oh, yeah, I forgot to say, this is amazing. Actually, this makes a lot of sense. And I love that this looks like a planet here. Saturn and Jupiter and Pluto are moving out of your sign. I think Saturn and Jupiter first. And that's great because they have been in your sign for a while. You've been doing some pretty heavy work, which is very important, very useful. We've done it with you, but you especially because it's your sign, obviously. But that also brings a lot of like fucking heaviness. No wonder you feel the whole world on your shoulders. But you see, like it's moving. They're moving out on the 15th, or I don't know. I don't know exactly. They're not moving the same day, but somewhere mid-month, towards the end of the month, and you're probably gonna feel like this load lightening up a little bit. You will be required to work with it, to assess and to let go and to internalize like the new lessons, allow the new beliefs to kind of be readjusted and nurture this light within. But it will be like so much lighter. It will feel so much lighter, and yeah, it's gonna change a lot how this December changes and sets the tone for the next year or two. I don't really know how long they stay in Aquarius, but I think it's, I don't know, 2 years. I don't remember. I honestly can't remember right now, but they stay for a while, so that's really really good for you. All right, Capricorn, have a wonderful December. Happy New Year. Happy birthday for those of you that actually have a birthday in December. And may our practice benefit all beings.